KMBC 9 News at 5.
The president makes his first visit to Kansas since taking office. We'll take you live to the rally in Topeka. Kavanaugh confirmed the final vote is in. A full report on the culmination of an emotional and contentious hearing. Plus, a building comes crashing down in the crossroads. We talked to one man who was inside at the time. We begin with breaking news out of Overland Park. Police have confirmed 2 people have been killed in an accident near 151st and Stearns. These are live pictures from the scene right now. An officer responding to the crash was T-boned at 151st and Schweitzer nearby. We're told that officer is okay, but was taken to the hospital as a precaution. We'll have more details for you as they come in. Let's get to First Alert weather now. Meteorologist Pete Grigsby is in for Neville tonight and a rainy weekend, Pete.
Oh, yeah, it's been kind of a soggy past, 24 or 36 hours. We're expecting more of it for tonight, even through tomorrow. Right now on the First Alert live Doppler radar, you see a little bit of thunderstorm activity on the Kansas side, very close to Paola on over to south of Ottawa, and quite a bit of a heavy rainfall at times. Not as much on the Missouri side even as we speak. Very close to Clinton, Missouri, just southeast of there. A little farther north, it's very light rain, especially just north of the metro. When you look at Maryville, St. Joseph, on over to Leavenworth. That's going to be that way for the rest of the evening. In fact, expect occasional shower, light shower here and there, and maybe a thunderstorm to pop up later on this evening. We're currently at 52 cool degrees with overcast skies in downtown. Our humidity around 97% and a brisk wind from the north direction at 10 miles an hour. So this evening, occasional shower, temperature again, low to mid 50s. How much rain can we expect for tomorrow? And when does it all completely clear out? I'll answer that question later on.
The president is making his first trip to Kansas since taking office. He's scheduled to take the stage in Topeka at 6:30 tonight. KMBC 9's Michael Mahoney is inside the Kansas Expo Center where the president will speak.
The Expo Center here in Topeka is rapidly filling up tonight for the president's rally here in the Expo Center in Topeka. This is a rally in support of the campaign for governor of Chris Kobach and the congressional campaign for Steve Watkins in eastern Kansas. Interestingly, the Johnson County 3rd District Congressman Kevin Yoder is not here. He is at a campaign event in his district. Now, people started arriving here very early this morning, well before 8 o'clock. There were some people here that slept overnight in a chilly rain in RVs and such. When the Kavanaugh nomination was announced, we could hear a cheer ripple through the crowd that was outside waiting to get this rally this evening, and we could also hear a chant break out, Kavanaugh, Kavanaugh. Now, tonight, here in Topeka, President Trump will almost certainly claim his victory, this hard-fought one and very controversial Supreme Court confirmation for Brett Kavanaugh. And people here, loyal Trump supporters, believe it will energize the Republicans.
And the reason it will, because law and order has to be in order, you know. This smear thing was horrible for our nation, for our country, for the world.
You think it's going to energize Republicans to get out?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
As the Expo Center in Topeka is filling up in advance of the president's rally here tonight. Michael Mahoney, KMBC 9 News.
And we have a live look now at the floor of the Kansas Expo Center. You can see it filling up there. We'll take the president's speech live as soon as he takes the stage. After weeks of partisan fighting and drama, the Senate cast a final vote to confirm Judge Brett Kavanaugh to the U.S. Supreme Court. Sally Kidd is in Washington with more on the close vote.
From the steps of the Capitol,
shame on you,
to the U.S. Supreme Court, protesters demanded to be heard. Even inside the Senate chamber, where the interruptions did not stop a vote that fell mostly along party lines.
The ayes are 50. The nays are 48.
Senators voting to confirm Judge Brett Kavanaugh to the High Court.
Judge Brett Kavanaugh is among the very best our nation has to offer. He will make the Senate and the country proud.
Dogged by sexual misconduct allegations he vehemently denied, Kavanaugh defended himself during an emotional and contentious hearing last week. Christine Blasey Ford recounting her claim that a drunk Kavanaugh sexually assaulted her 36 years ago. The FBI found no corroborating evidence. Republicans and Democrats decrying the ugly process, blaming each other for it.
Chew good people up, spit them out, no problem. All in a day's work.
If you want to take me out on an issue, so be it. Leave my family and my kids alone.
Kavanaugh's confirmation of victory for President Trump.
He's just an extraordinary person, a great
great talent, and I think he's going to make us all very proud.
Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia was the only Democrat to vote in favor of Kavanaugh's confirmation. He's facing a tough re-election in a state President Trump won by a landslide in 2016. And the senators from Kansas and Missouri voted along party lines. Senator Blunt, Moran, and Roberts voted yes. Senator McCaskill voted no. An argument in Kansas City, Missouri led to shots being fired, leaving one person dead. It all started in the 400 block of Armour Boulevard just after 3 this morning. During that argument, 2 people were shot, a man and a woman. The man was killed. Police tell us the woman's injuries are not life-threatening. And we have a look at who police are looking for. They say that the woman should be considered armed and dangerous. We're working on getting a picture for you if you see her or know where she could be. Call 911. Right now, 2 metro cities need your help to find missing people. The first is out of Greenwood, Missouri. We have a picture of 15-year-old Israel Barner. He was last seen on Thursday in the 1300 block of South Huntington Drive. Police say he needs his medication. And in Kansas City, Missouri, police are looking for 30-year-old Jane Han Leet. They think that she might have been in the River Market area yesterday. They say she has medical issues and also needs her medication. So there are the 2 pictures of the missing people. Call the Kansas City police if you've seen Leet. Call Greenwood police if you've seen Barner. And the numbers are right there on your screen. Right now, part of 18th Street is closed after a building collapsed early this morning. We're happy to report no one was hurt. KMBC 9's William Joy spoke to someone who was inside that building at the time, and he's live at 18th and Locust. William.
Emily, not only is 18th closed off right here at Locust, but you also might be able to see they've set up a fence pushing people back from the building for safety reasons. And another thing that you'll notice being here is that this collapse doesn't just stop at ground level. It actually goes down under the ground. You can actually see the pit back there. Like you mentioned, I spoke with a man named Eric Baines. He was in his company's studio on the 2nd floor. He said it was raining hard and constant the whole night. Then suddenly the wind picked up. That's when Baines said he first heard the collapse.
I heard something, like a thunderous noise, but it was not thunder. It was different. And then I looked out the window. It was incredibly loud. I looked out the window, and there's a huge dust cloud going down the street.
He said after that, he looked down the hallway outside his door and just saw dust and light coming in from an area where he knew there were no windows. Now, one person does live in the apartment that collapsed. Baines told me that his first thought immediately afterward was checking, making sure that that person was okay. He called about a half hour later, heard back. Turns out the person who lives there was out of town. So fortunately, somehow through all of this, no one was hurt. We're still waiting to hear back from city investigators about a possible cause. Reporting live in the Crossroads, William Joy, KMBC 9 News.
Oh, terrifying to go through that. And we'll have much more from that man who was inside the building when it collapsed tonight on KMBC 9 News at 9 and 10. A break-in caught on camera. Take a look at this video. Thieves smashed out the windows of the Premier Veterinary Clinic. It was set to open next week. Those thieves took construction tools, printers, and anything else they could get their hands on to the tune of nearly $19,000. The clinic's head vet says this is disheartening, knowing that they'll have to push back their opening day.
Yes, it's very concerning, especially when we are in business. Fortunately, mostly it was just tools that were taken at this time.
Police are looking for these 2 guys. You can kind of see them in security images here. So if you know who they are, you have any information about this break-in, call the Crime Stoppers Tips hotline 816-474-TIPS. A walk for suicide prevention was supposed to go on this afternoon, but the weather had other plans, unfortunately. The Out of the Darkness walk was canceled at Berkeley Riverfront Park because of lightning in the area. But the good news is the event already raised $83,000 for suicide prevention. Some of the 1,700 people who registered decided to walk the course anyway.
This is such a needed cause to be talked about. Their passion and their need to, whether they personally struggle or they have lost a loved one or have a lived experience, the need to have these walks and hold these events is so needed, so needed.
The goal for the walk was to raise $100,000. They are a little short, but there's still time to reach the mark. They're accepting donations until December 31st, and I have a link on my KMBC Facebook page if you want to donate. Money goes toward the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's goal to reduce the annual suicide rate by 20% by the year 2025. Bad weather is also forcing MoDOT to cancel bridge work on 435 at the Triangle. That was supposed to happen this weekend, but it's now postponed until October 19th. MoDOT needs to replace the steel bearings under the Blue River Bridge. More than half of them are failing.
All right, on this Saturday night, we are tracking more thunderstorm activity and some light showers in the Northland. How much more rain can we get? And what about our chances of rain for early next week? Details straight ahead.
The leader of the international police agency Interpol is missing, and all eyes are on China. The unanswered questions about his disappearance. A massive drug bust in Massachusetts, the coordinated effort to get them off the streets. And an artist known for his pranks pulls a big one. Imagine paying more than $1 million for that piece of art, then watching it get destroyed moments later. Plus, we'll go back to Topeka for a live look at the president's first rally in Kansas since taking office.